We're making easy overnight oats that taste like carrot cake but are full of protein, fiber, and healthy fats. But most importantly, delicious flavor with coconut milk, carrots, maple syrup, cinnamon, and ginger. Hello, my name is Nicole Bonilla, and if you love healthier recipes to our favorite foods, then you are in the right place. To make this really easy overnight oats, we're going to start by shredding some carrots. And you can either use regular carrots, or I like the convenience of using the baby carrots. Now you're welcome to jot down these ingredients as we go along, or you can click on the link that's in the video description below. And that will take you to the full recipe with ingredients and substitutions, nutrition facts, and frequently asked questions. So to quickly shred these carrots, I'm just using my cheese grater. And then we'll just put all of our shredded carrots into an airtight jar. Next, we're going to add 2/3 of a cup of milk, and you can use any variety that you like. I think that the carton coconut milk has the best flavor and makes it taste the most like a carrot cake. And for a little natural sweetness, we'll add a tablespoon of maple syrup. And then to add some protein, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of a vanilla protein powder. And I've included a link to my favorite organic protein powder with the best flavor. Next, we'll add a tablespoon of chia seeds and a tablespoon of cashew butter for some healthy fats and flavor. And then for that carrot cake flavor, we're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of dried ginger, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, a dash of nutmeg, and about 2 or 3 pinches of salt. And then I'm just going to use a fork to mix it all together to help dissolve and stir down the cashew butter. And then you can easily just kind of mash the cashew butter against the side of the jar. And then last but not least, we're going to add 1/2 cup of some old-fashioned oats. Now you can also use quick oats, but I prefer the larger size of the old-fashioned oats. Now I'll just stir this down into our liquid and then screw on a lid. And then this goes into the fridge for at least a couple hours or overnight. Well, here's one that's soaked overnight, and you can see how it absorbed all of that liquid. And it smells just like carrot cake. So let's give it a quick stir. And then if you decide you want to have it a little bit on the thinner side, just add a little bit of milk to it. Now, if you could use more healthy inspiration on a regular basis, I invite you to join my email list. All you have to do is click on the link in the video description below, and that is the best way for us to stay connected. And then to add a little more protein and flavor, I'm going to start with about 2 tablespoons of some plain Greek yogurt. And then I'm just adding 1/2 tablespoon of some maple syrup. And then we'll just give this a good stir. And I love this because the tang of the Greek yogurt will naturally give you that cream cheese frosting flavor. And the maple syrup just sweetens it up a little. And then to serve these overnight oats, I'm just going to transfer them to a bowl and add my Greek yogurt on top. And then this is optional, but if you really want to take these up a notch and add even more of that carrot cake flavor, I'm going to sprinkle on a little bit of some toasted coconut and break up a few pecans to add some really delicious crunch, and sprinkle on a few of my favorite golden raisins. And then it is ready to enjoy. That is delicious. As soon as you bite in, you get those delicious spices with the cinnamon and the ginger, and then you get the crunch coming in from the nuts and the flavor coming in from that Greek yogurt, and then you get a little bit of sweetness from the raisins. And I love the soft texture and flavor of the oatmeal, which gives you the cake effect. And I love that it's made with clean, natural ingredients. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today in my kitchen. I've included a link to this full recipe, and it's in the video description below, and that will take you to my website, gentletummy.com. And I also invite you to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I cannot wait to have you join me again in my kitchen.